Good morning to each and everyone. My name is Elima Inua and the title of my report is Alphabet Knowledge. So, what is alphabet knowledge? Alphabet knowledge is the knowledge of individual letters, names, sounds, and shape. The alphabetic principle is the idea that letters and group of letters represent the sound of spoken language. Readers apply the alphabetic principle through phonics when they use their knowledge of the relationship between sounds and letters to read both familiar and unfamiliar words. So there is the alphabet knowledge. As children develop alphabet knowledge, they learn to recognize name, upper and lower case letter. They also discover that there are sound sound associated with each letter. The goal of instruction in alphabetic principle is to teach students to apply their knowledge of letters and letters sound rather than targeting identification, matching, and mastery through direct instruction and repeated trial. There is no evidence to support that isolated instruction of alphabetic knowledge has any impact of important reading-related outcomes. So, according to Hall and Williams, 2000, list letters and sound as one of the primary blocks that needs to be focused on emergent literacy instruction. Letters and sound are often listened together because, as well as learning the letter, students also need to develop alphabetic principle. They need to understand the different sounds that individual letters and groups of letters can make and use this alphabetic principle to begin to spell words and to decode words. From Jean Parral. Practice in manipulating sounds and words is necessary preliminary ability to the systematic study of phonics which takes the next step to connect this sound to letters and words in print, word identification, and decoding. And here are the skills. Read alphabet books. Second, point out letters and print in an environment. Third is, talk about letters and other sound when you encounter them in everyday activities. Provide opportunities to play with letter shapes and sound. Fourth, explicitly preference letter names and sound in shared readings and writing activities. And also use mnemonics and action and use student names. First is teach letter names, then letter sound. Most of the letter names, with few exceptions, are related to the letter sound. Example, the letter name of M is M with the sound of M. So, the letter name of N is M with the sound of M. Seeing out that the letter name will help children with letter sound. Example, asking, what is the sound of letter M? Is a better prompt that what is the sound of this letter M? So you need to ask your student to the sound of letter M. Second is teach uppercase then lowercase. The uppercase first argue that they are commonly found in books and other printed text. So you need to teach the uppercase then the lowercase. They are easier to distinguish visually. In early years, they will mostly encounter the uppercase letters first, as this is what they are introduced in most preschool. And third, only half of the letters have very different shape. Example, we have letter A big and letter E small, and letter B big and letter B small, while the rest are the same. Example, letter A is the letter A is big and letter E is a same shape, and the same with letter C. And number 2, introduce simple sound then complex. There are 26 letters and 44 sounds in English language. This means that one letter can have more than one sound. So, in alphabetic, there is a 26 letters and 44 sound in English language. Short vowels before long vowels. Example, teach the A sound in cat before cake. And consonant. Example, B, K, I before blends. Example, S, T, C, L, and diagram, P, H, C, H. And number 4, use memory devices such as pictures, keywords, rhymes, and action. Memory devices are tools to help children to remember alphabet, plus it makes learning fun. Using picture and keywords will help your child to remember letter sound. Example, A as in ant, S as in sun. Using action to remember letter sound. Making the action of biting an apple as you make the A sound as in apple. Using rhymes as a guide for writing letters. Example, writing letter E. Fold one line down for capital E and then sum shelf 1, 2, 3. And number 5, adjust face according to the child needs. The beauty of teaching your own kids or your students is that you can progress as fast as you can or can work or at certain areas before moving. Don't rush. So don't rush teaching your student. Number 6, provide hands-on and multisensory activities. Hands-on multisensory activities can be any activity where they can use their sense to make learning more fun and lasting. It's all up to your creativity. For example, in taste, learning about a letter A, grab some apple for a bite. Apple. And touch, make a sensory bean by dumping some magnetic letters and mix it with other stuff such as water, sand, jelly, dry pasta, or anything else you have. Here is an example. Smell, learning about letter L. Play a guessing game. Get some lemons and ask your kids to close your eyes and smell the mystery fruit. Number 7, use alphabetic books. You need to use alphabet books. Number 8, use explicit instruction in your lesson. Some studies have recommended reading lesson to be explicit. This will be your child clarity in every aspect of learning how to read, which include alphabet. This means that you have to choose your words and ensure that your lessons are clear, no matter how simple or obvious it may be. Example, this is letter A. It stands for the sound A as in apple or ant. Using the following guidelines will help your child or your student to distinguish letter shapes and letter shapes better. Describe the shape of letters explicitly while tracing. Example, letter B. One line down, one cube above, and another cube below. Help to see similarities and differences between letter